So Jim, we started Common Ground Arkansas in February of this year to try to bring some common sense to Arkansas politics. So do you want to tell me a little bit about, for you, what led you on this journey?
Well, Misty, it's because I've seen a lot of change since I've been in politics. I came in, was elected back in the mid-90s when politics looked entirely different in many ways. The partisan makeup was different. I was one of 13 Republicans out of 100. The biggest difference I've seen then is now party is everything. Back then it was something that mattered in campaigns, but when you came to Little Rock, we worked together to solve problems.
So you've seen that partisanship really have a negative impact on the ability to get legislation passed and to focus on the needs of Arkansans.
It has, and it's made it to the point where we're beginning to look more and more like Washington, D.C. style politics versus what it was in the 90s, and even up to 10 years ago before this partisanship took such a hold in Arkansas. We've begun to focus on pandering to the base instead of solving the real problems. And it's amazing to find out that some of our leaders have never gotten votes from more than 10% of the people registered to vote in their district. And that small sliver of voters is all they seem to care about. They want to make sure that they keep that sliver happy, and the other 90% are really irrelevant. And that leaves a lot of people politically homeless. And Common Ground is for all those people who feel like they're not getting heard. Their voices are not part of the far right or the far left. They just want government to work. So it was time to build an organization that gave those people a voice.
Arkansas has one of the lowest voter turnouts in the country. And I think that's because it's really hard for people to get inspired to vote for candidates that they don't really believe in or that aren't working hard to represent them.
You know, I think that's so true, and people don't always associate low voter turnout with the system. But the fact is, if you're not excited about either candidate, and how many people did we hear say that about this last presidential election and about legislative races, as I don't like either one of them, then you're not going to go vote.
Right.
Common Ground's going to change that.
Let's talk about the things that are important to us, right? We value common sense government. We value people working across the aisle to solve problems for the people of Arkansas. And we value economic development in our state. And some of the things that we're seeing hurts our ability for our state to prosper.
I love Arkansas, the culture, the people, the 4 distinct seasons that we have, and there are so many people working so hard to make the rest of the nation understand that. And then I feel like in many ways we come down here in Little Rock in the legislative session and we just undo a lot of the work that so many people are trying to do to make Arkansas a place where people want to come, where our kids want to stay and work. There's opportunity, there's beauty, there's so many things going for us, and state government needs to help that, not be an impediment to that. We want to see the prosperity that's happened in Northwest Arkansas go all across the state. We want to see those things made an emphasis instead of the cultural issues that we use to, again, pander to that 10% base that decides many of these elections. One of the things that we're both asked is, do we support Republicans or Democrats or independents? And I like to just say yes, we support good leaders. I've served with good Republicans, good Democrats, good independents. We're looking for people who are more interested in leading than party labels.
Well, so clearly, Jim, you and I are going to be busy between now and November of 2022 with the election. But what are some ways that people can get involved if they believe in our mission here at Common Ground Arkansas?
Well, the first thing I would do is tell them to go to our website, commongroundar.org, and you can sign up to be on our email distribution list. We're going to have events, we're going to have opportunities for people to participate. We have one goal, and that is to elect good legislators, elect good leaders, so that Arkansas moves forward. And if they believe in that goal and want to participate, that's how they can do it.